What it do? K-Boss here. Just going over the intro. Please make sure, doing a little housekeeping here, make sure before you even get in here, put the like button on. Hit it, tap it, do that thing. There's some comments you can do, talk about some, ask some questions. I wants to know. Got the coffee back, you know what I mean? Black Rifle Coffee, great. Description below, and hit the sub up. If you're part of an alliance and you haven't shown anybody my video is that, what are you doing? Are you being a hater? Are you not congratulating and making everybody better? That's what it do. But at the end of the day, please help the channel out. Let everybody know about it. At Hive Burner Gaming, we're here to help. Unbeknownst what most people might think. We are not a bad person here. We just don't like foo-foo. What it do? What it do? K-Boss here. Sorry, I had the TV on. Gotta move that over. We are doing the battlefield. We getting ready to. We're about to get it. We're about to get it on. All right. Gotta get these points. So, what is the purpose, and how does this work out? Uh-oh. Hold on a second. So you cannot exit. So make sure you do your freaking go-low beforehand. Jeez Louise. This is where you go and have everyone who's on go to their designated buildings. You should have a plan, depending on how many people have available, to get to those buildings to protect them so you can score points and gain access to the orb. We're gonna go and punch people in the mouth. Just a reminder, if you're going to go and gather, make sure you change out your troops because it will put gathering heroes instead of war heroes in your tanks. Also, what that player failed to do was to put the tank right before the gas station, so that way it would stop so they can attack it while the troops were inside. That's why I automatically pushed him back, and then our player defection went after him and killed his troops. Perfection is just tearing everybody's ass up. Can't get no meat in the potatoes. Let's go get him. This is what happens when you have gathering heroes inside the gas station. They get mollywopped. Make sure that you're putting your third tank into the structures so that way they can stay protected, and if it gets attacked, you also get some points. So make sure your second and third tanks are for structure holding, and then use your main tank to destroy others trying to get at those particular ones. Also, keep in mind the orb will show up eventually, and if you have a fast enough tank, you can be the carrier. Also, another strategy can be if you are going against a small number of combatants, you can also take out their subways because they can't re-enter once they're gone. This is a prime example of that strategy where we all work together to have the ability to hold structures so we can gain points for everyone, for the group, and then the individual who is doing the most kills will also collaborate and get their own individuals. Also, keep in mind, we are going after the ones closest to them to block them from getting additional points. So that way, we have the ones in the back, and then we have theirs in the forward. Now, this is very important because the one who has the most points wins. So, we're collecting more points, but we just need more people. This is very important. There is only a limited number of allowed participants on each side. So, if you're saying you're going to be there, make sure you're there so that way you can help dominate on the battlefield. It's 9 to 14. Remember to at least sign up as an alternate. That way, if some of the people do not show up that are part of the main participants, which I believe there's 20, you can also get into the reserve list. That way, you can be ready to be put into action. This is why I said it's very important to make sure you don't have gathering heroes trying to be out in the main field fighting. Then you have to send them back and then restructure your whole lineup to go back out to war. Takes up valuable time, and this is a timed event, damn it. If we knock out their subs, they can't come back. It's 14 to 9, by the way. Make sure you conserve and save some heals, because typically you have this particular event after the enemy buster. And as you can see, I'm very depleted. Damn. Damn. Remember, individual scoring points are also a benefit to you because of the rewards. So make sure you're out there kicking some butt. Like I said, keep your main tank ready for battle. We are getting ready for the orb to show up and appear. So you got to make sure you are clearing out the AO, area of operations, from all enemies. I did call it an orb even though it is a relic. This is similar to multiple games I've played in the past, and my terminology might be off, but it's the same damn thing, damn it. The relic. Now this part of the game is very important. It's kind of like rugby. You're trying to keep the enemy from obtaining the relic from our snatcher, which that happens to be King Alt, and we defend him from all enemy combatants so he can take it back across the goal line. This is why I said keep your third march in the buildings closest to where your subs are. So when your snatcher is running across the line, you're in direct lineup for those combatants. Because the snatcher is actually slowed down with that relic, and you're able to get to them faster when you have them coming towards them. Once the snatcher has brought back the relic, you should then go and start concentrating back onto those structures. As you can see, I'm trying to sneak some individual point getting, you know what I'm saying? Because it's very important. Those particular rewards help you get better gear. Now remember, there is a second relic. And getting that second relic, if you get the first one, I wouldn't say necessarily guarantees you a win, but it makes you pretty darn invincible if you got both. So this is why it's very important to clear all enemy combatants out of the area of operations, or the AO like I like to say, and get their ass out. As you can see, the enemy combatants, which is the King Slayers, they are taking up all the structures, trying to get more points while we are sitting here trying to collect the relic. Now the relic gives you way more points, and it's very important to get both of them. So then, once we get both of those, go right back over to those structures and you smack them off like flies to a horse's ass. Well, the kind of troop or tank or challenger parts or gear, however you want to call it, the best ones to have are going to be destroyer gear. Just because destroyer gears are meant for annihilation and or those buffs, but it's also good for the field. Smasher gear is good for building in structures. So I strongly encourage you, if you can, get destroyer gear for every single challenger if you can afford it. The second relic has dropped, so your snatcher should be grabbing up the relic and heading to the goal line. So your mission, if you are not the snatcher, is to blow up all enemy combatants. Make sure you're using good teamwork, and make sure you're taking the very first and closest and have everybody gangbang style them. You know how it is. Many versus one makes a dead troop out.
We over here just beating their backs in. We just beating their backs in. They getting this work. We putting in that work. We're giving that slow work. Give me some of that slow work. Londar's finna get it. Give him some of this work. You want some of this slow work? They're all over there getting the fish. Look at the big fish. He said, I'm bringing the big fish. All over there putting in that work.
Remember, after the second relic has been taken across the goal line, which in return you get more points for as well when it comes to individual, so it's always good to be at least or share the wealth with two people. So we have one snatcher and two snatchers, and the rest are supporting cast of those people. And once those relics go over the line and you get those points, make sure you get back to what the main ingredient of point getting, which is the structures. Now, King Alt is very strong. Not too many people can beat him. That's the reason why I kind of left him alone, so he could go ahead and defend that, because he's one of the strongest. However, in retrospect, it's always good to secure structures.
You going after my baby tank? Get it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Over here trying to hurt me. Over there getting worked. That's what I'm talking about.
With the time period winding down, the last 5 minutes is all about getting as maximum amount of points as possible. So typically, those opponents and or combatants are going to try to take your buildings, or in this case the structures, that you are obtained. So make sure you're reinforcing your comrades in the battlefield. I strongly encourage people to keep their amethysts, or what I like to call the jimmies, ready at hand so you can finish now and get back on the battle. Again, I said, in previous statements, make sure if you're gonna send your stuff to gathering locations, make sure you change out your heroes, or you're gonna be like me, sending them back, wasted time, and not getting any points. Damn it! As you can see here, I missed out on some very valuable seconds and missed out on, most importantly, points! I would like to thank you for watching this video on how to do the space battlefield. I hope this helps and you're able to conquer and destroy your opponents on the battlefield.
Man, we did pretty good for only having 9 people. Come on now. We won this one. This is K-Boss with the sexy crew doing what we do. Kicking and beating that ass. Battlefield details. Oh, did the best. Look at him. Then we have Defection, Frankie, Sniper, then myself. Topher didn't do too bad. And they were just outmatched. But we gotta win. That's what I'm talking about, baby. And I'm out.
Fellas, if you got 20 haters, you need 40 of them motherfuckers. What is you complaining about? If there's any haters in here right now that don't have nobody to hate on, feel free to hate on me.